What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Burndown YouTube channel. So today we're just going to do a quick overview because I got the cooler installed, and I figure what I could show you guys is I could show you like how to kind of test it in the Holley, something basic. Oh no, my stuff's getting wet. That's not good. Oh, at least it's not. At least it wasn't plugged in. Anyway, the sun's going down. It's afternoon. I worked earlier for most of the day, and then we crawled around underneath this. So what we did is, if you watched the last video, we installed a power steering cooler. I have it in a location that's not that wonderful, but there's way more volume. It's kind of in open air, and then it does have the fan on it. We're pulling and then pushing it up because hot air rises, and if there's hot air is trapped, I don't want to just suck hot air through the thing. And then we can flip-flop, you know, because it's a DC motor, so you can make it pull or push, but we're going to start by pushing air to it. So I was gonna fire it up and drive you guys around, try it today, but I was like, you know what? I need to just button the lines up and just be done instead of like trying to show people a half-assed deal and then come back and fix it off camera. So I just took my time and fixed it. We haven't driven it around, but I know that I don't have any leaks. So let me grab the Delphi headlamp so we can see what's going on, and I'll give you guys a tour of what we did, and then we can jump inside the Bago, and then I can show you because we can kick it off and we can listen for it on the computer itself. So let's do that. I think it's a good one to kind of show you a little bit of Holley stuff for you guys that like the Holley. And then let me grab the headlamp. We'll do an overview of what it did, show you how the lines are tucked up all nice. And then, yeah, let's get rolling. All right, I may not look super cool wearing this thing, but this headlamp is rad. I know a bunch of you guys have already got them. Leave comments in the description on the video I did for this thing, or in here or wherever. If you enjoyed, if you like these, let me know, because I mean, I use the crap out of them. And the only thing I will say is I'll be completely transparent and honest with you guys. So I don't get anything for moving these. If I move enough, I get free headlamps, and then I usually just give them to all my buddies anyway, because I really enjoy the product. But I wish the battery life's a little bit longer. So I have two of them. That's the only thing. So if you're gonna get one, I would get two, because it's gonna die right when you really want it. But other than that, they are bitching. And then if the battery is kind of bigger, it might be stupid and bulky anyway. So get two of them if you're interested. So we turn it around, jump underneath here. Ready? We're gonna light it up. 3, 2, 1. Boo! See? Telling you guys, it's where it's at. It's where it's at. Let's start over here. Power steering. From here, we jump across. I got a little holder dude there. This is a ground, and then it's right next to that, so it's no big deal. In case anything happened to it, comes down. We've got room here, so nobody's touching. You figured this whole thing is moving and vibrating down the road, so we got to make sure nothing's hitting or touching. I sent my boy Apple my lava wrap that I had that would fit these two lines together, but I had another one that was smaller, and I just split it and then I wrapped it around. So keep the heat off of that. I've got a clamp right here holding both lines so it's secure, and again, we've got room all around this stuff so it can shimmy and move and shake. I took it above the lines over here. Let me scoot over there. I'll show you guys. Instead of trying to point it out on a GoPro, here we go. Woo, get a little shower. Look at, got a sprinkler shower. I probably smell like I could use the shower anyway, right? Okay. Clamped her down here. We jumped over this guy, and then these are pretty taut. And then I just put this here in case it does move, it moves together, because this will saw holes and stuff in real time. Side note too. So this is my oil feed for my turbos, but I saw on, I believe it's the LS3 SS Camaro, there's an oil cooler that plugs in here and kind of sits off here, and then I think it's water cooled and the lines go that way. If you guys know about that or have one or whatever, let me know, because that would be rad. I really want to put an oil cooler on this dog. So if you know about that, let me know. The oil cooler that goes here on like the LS3. Details where to get it, anything. If you have one laying around for whatever reason, please reach out, because this dog needs an oil cooler. Then we'll just tap oil somewhere else for this feed. Probably be better anyway. So come around, cruise around. Yes. So here's another thing. I'm gonna show this. This is the ugly, right? I'm gonna loom all this when we're done screwing with it, but I'm also gonna clean house. I want to put a box in there so all my powers and stuff can go in there. We can just have one big jumper and clean all this up, because this is really terrible, but it's doing its job. So you can talk trash in the comments if you like, but hey, that's life. Cruises around, bada boom, bada bing. And we got the old boy here. I got my relay. Got all my junk here. So that's it. Ground, relay, trigger, power, Bada boom, bada bing. So there we go. And then this thing's pretty rigid. And we've got some pretty good headroom. So see, we got headroom up there. So I'm hoping this thing works. Although I was thinking it's kind of funny. I'd almost like to have, you know, another tank of, I guess the gas tank's on that side. Yeah, gas tank's on that side. I don't know. I don't know what went here. Looks like a strap or something. Maybe gray water. Whatever. Anyway, that works. Let's jump inside. Show you the tune portion. We'll kick this thing off and on. Oh, don't drop your laptop, Dane. That's not smart. So welcome to the Bago. Just throw around my laptop all willy-nilly. So, here we go. So, we are plugged in. The tune's already open. So what I'll do is I'll go to I/O. Let me show you guys. I'll bring you over here. Yeah, if I was cool, I could screen capture, but this is your I/O tab, and then inputs, outputs. So the inputs I have on here, mat-based dome, flex fuel, and then outputs, I've got a smart fan. This is my PWM fan for the Spall fans, and now I have a power steering fan, and then I have water squirters. So if you go to configure, these are the triggers that I have. So above 450 RPM, and this is the degree. So I'm just gonna run it right now because I don't have a temperature on. I want to get a temperature sensor specifically for this, but I'm gonna run it at 194 and then 192. So when the engine's above 194, it's gonna kick that power steering fan too, because I figure this dude's right here. So if this thing's hot, that's obviously as hot as whatever the engine is. I mean, ambient temperature wise, this could actually be hotter from heat soak or from whatever that thing was doing and puking. But for now, these are the settings we're going to try, and we're going to drive around in traffic when we get a chance, maybe this week after hours. The other thing too, you want 2 of these, because if you just did 1, I'll show you, it takes it away. So if you do 2, you got that. And then I have, you can do and or, it doesn't matter. I have 0 up here switched, so there's no switch trigger inputs. It's just this here. So yeah, that is that. I mean, that's a look at it. Here, let's do this too. I'll show you how to fire it, like if you wanted to test this. So I hooked the relay up, and then you could ground the relay so you know that everything works down there. And then when you hook your trigger wire up to make sure that it's getting triggered and everything works, what you can do is, if I turn this on, right, and then I can go to here, USB link, so it's online. So if I go to here, see my little yellow glow guy. So now what I can do is we can go to outputs, and I can go to my power steering fan and configure, and I can take this and just drop the temp down. So my temp is 121. So I'm going to say above 120, and I hit enter. Okay. Oh, sorry. See, this is why you need this RPM. Otherwise, this would run with it off. So what we'll do, so I won't trick myself, so we'll change this one. So we will go coolant temperature sensor, this guy, and then we will go 120, and you'll hear it kick. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's on. I can hear it running. And then if I change it to like 200, it's off. The reason I can turn this on and off is because we are online right now. If I turn this off, you know, I can change this all I want. See, nothing's gonna happen. So we know it works. We know Holley's firing it. This is what we want to do. So we will go RPM. The reason we want RPM is because you want it running. There's really no reason to have it cooling and draining your battery if the thing's not running, and you don't want it running while cranking. So I did 450. So we'll get it over 450. We can go 500. I don't think my starter has it in it to kick it like that. And then I did 194. And then we'll shut her down at, 193 is fine. Whoops. So that just gives it a little swing. We'll go 192. Right? So if we're cruising down the road, it shouldn't be above this temperature. So this is going to be running around in traffic or whatever. So anything above 194, it'll stay on. And if it kicks it below 192, it'll kick off. So let me save that. So that is it. A little crash course on that stuff. If you guys have Holley questions, I can answer some of it. I'm not a Holley guru by any stretch. I have put a Holley in this. I put a Holley in that car. I've put Holleys in other vehicles and helped with troubleshooting and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I like to do these little goofy things. I have some ideas for some fun stuff later too. But there's not a lot of I/O on here. When we get to the Dominator on the Malibu at some point, we're gonna have a lot of I/O, which is ins and outs, and I'm gonna have a lot of sensors on that dog because we need to keep track of a lot of stuff. This thing's just for fun. I think my boy Happel is working on an expansion, like an I/O expansion. So if he gets them, I'll probably get two. I'll probably get one for this and one for the boom, just to band-aid the boom, and then it'd be fun to be able to trigger stuff in here and have the Holley control a bunch of different things. So we will see. We will keep playing with it. The video is short. Hopefully you enjoyed it today. I didn't want to beat you up with all the wiring and the work and stuff, and I figured this was more fun for you guys because I haven't really shown too much Holley stuff. So let me know if you like these videos. And then what we will do tomorrow when I get off work, now that this thing's all buttoned up, we can actually fire it up and drive around. And I want to go sit in some traffic and climb around some hills and just really heat soak this thing and see if we can get those brakes to act up and get this thing to fire off and do what it should. So if I have to move the coolant temperature sensor on that thing and make it run, make the fan run harder or less or whatever, we'll kind of figure it out. But till tomorrow, tomorrow's a new day. You guys know what to do. Click the chicken, thumbs up, I'm out.